Cap City, it's your girl D here to do your January 2020 love reading. This is going to be a general read. It may not resonate with everybody, but I do what I can. If it doesn't resonate, check your other placements. There's a link below in the box below that will allow you to check your other placements. You just put in your date of birth, and when the page pops up, scroll all the way down to the bottom of the page, and you will be able to see all of your placements. So check out the check out your Venus sign, okay? And if your sun sign is Capricorn, but your Venus is in Sagittarius, then in reference to love, you should be watching Sag videos, okay? So let's get right into your reading. Anything you need to know about the reading is going to be listed below. There is going to be an extended version of this video. It's going to be a Patreon link listed below, so please check that out. The Patreon membership is $5 a month, okay? Very inexpensive. And what it does give you is it gives you all access to all videos that I posted, the extended for all videos. So if you want to check other areas of your chart, you know, your other you want to check your Venus sign, your moon sign, whatever you want to check, you can do it for one monthly low rate of $5 where you see all the extended videos. So let's get into it. So we want to talk about love. We're talking about when you're looking at partnerships and you're looking at astrology, you're looking at compatibility, you're looking at the planets of Venus. Okay, you're looking at the planet because Venus is how you love and how you show love and how you express love. You're looking at Mars because Mars has a lot to do with what you're attracted to, what turns you on, what makes you, what is it that you desire. Okay, we look at what house Mars is in your chart. If we look at Venus, we look at how you love. Venus is how you love, and we look at where Venus is placed in your chart. All right, and the other planet that we want to look at, or star we want to look at, is the moon, because moon is about how you process your emotions and feelings, you know, how you respond to things that happen to you. So we want to look at those places. So right now, Venus, for you guys, Venus is in your 10th house, okay? So we know Venus is about your capacity to love and your values. It shows your attitudes and your needs in love. Now, the house that it's going to be in will show you what you value most and attract to yourself. So currently the house that Venus is in for you guys is the house related to karma. It's the house related to results from past actions. So a lot of you are in a situation right now where you're looking back at the relationships you were in. You're looking back at the past actions of the relationships. You're looking back at situations that maybe at some point the information was hidden from you in reference to the relationship, why that relationship didn't work, why it's not working, or why it won't work. Okay, some of you are looking back at, things that are going on with you as well as to what could have, caused issues, if there's any, in your relationship. All right, we also want to look at Mars. Mars right now is going to be in your... Mars is going into... No, Venus is actually... I'm sorry. Venus is in Aquarius right now. Venus is going to be going into Pisces on January 13th. So your love mind frame may already be changing, because I'm showing that with the 12th house for you, it's about like-minded people. So what you're going to be looking for moving forward is people who are on the same page as you. You want people who are interested in building a legacy, people who have the same moral values as you, people who are interested in having a true relationship that's built on practicality, it's built on trust, it's built on love, it's built on nurturing relationships. All right, so that's what you're going to be looking for moving forward. And you're probably already in this mindset right now, or going into this mindset as Venus goes into Pisces on the 13th. All right, so your mindset is already starting to work on that for some of you. Also, we want to look at the moon. The moon is currently in Taurus. All right, so as far as Taurus is concerned, that is your second house. So that's about, the secrets, your hidden feelings, and your hidden emotions. So, you're looking at... Taurus is ruled by Venus, of course. So you want to take that into consideration as well right now. All right. So the moon is in Taurus, and Taurus is ruled by Venus. So you're definitely going to be looking at your feelings in a situation, your emotions, how you felt in the relationship you were, what you want emotionally, you're going to be looking at that and you're going to be looking to express that moving forward. You're not going to hide those things from people anymore if you haven't been as vocal. You're going to be more vocal in reference to what it is that you need. You're going to expect your partner to be that way as well, is what I'm showing here. Now, the moon is going to go into Gemini on tomorrow. All right. So with the moon going into Gemini tomorrow, you're going to be focused, your love, your emotions and how you process them. It's also going to have to do a lot with relationships in general. Okay. Because it's going into your house of relationships, the moon. So you're really going to be focusing on, look, if you're not somebody for me, I'm not going to deal with you. If you're not on the same page as me as far as my values and, you know, the things that I want in life with Venus and Aquarius right now, you're not entertaining it. And when Venus goes into Pisces, you're looking more so for people who are like-minded, who have similar interests, who have similar goals, who have similar ideas in reference to building a relationship and building a family. And especially when that moon goes into Gemini tomorrow. You know, that's all about relationships and partnerships and connecting and communicating with people. All right. So just want to give you a little bit about, you know, where the collective is as far as Capricorn is based on the planetary alignments in reference to love and relationships. So let's get into your reading. So the first card is going to represent you. Okay, how you feel about your current relationship if you're not in one, how you feel about relationships in general, or how you felt about the last relationship you were in. So I have the King of Cups in reverse here. So for some of you, you may be feeling at this time that you just don't have any love to give. You're not interested in a relationship. You could be to the point where you've spilled all you can possibly spill out of your cup here with the King of Cups. Like you have no more to give right now. You need to rejuvenate yourself as far as love is concerned. Because you're just not, you don't have it to give. It's not that you can't or you won't. You don't have it. You've given all you have to someone who maybe is not appreciating you or did not appreciate you. And so now you need to rejuvenate yourself. Your cup is empty, which is why the King of Cups is in reverse. For some of you, you have come out of situations where you have not been appreciated as far as your emotions. You may have been in a situation where you're emotionally manipulated by your person. If you're currently in this relationship, some of you are experiencing this right now where your partner is, you feel it. You know your partner is manipulating you, which is why you're in the mindset, especially with Venus in Aquarius right now, why you're looking at, okay, past results and karma, as in you're ready to make a move, you're ready to change the relationship status from what it is to something that's going to be beneficial to you. So some of you are closing out a lot of karmic relationships right now. If you already have it, you're at the point where you've already closed them out or you're about to, okay? Because there's no more love left to give, or because you feel and know that you are being emotionally manipulated by your partner. Some of you may be drinking because you might be depressed about your relationship or the relationships you're in. Some of you may be doing a lot of drinking, heavy drinking. Just be careful not to, put yourself in jeopardy here health-wise over an unfortunate situation or a relationship that didn't work. You know, you want to take care of yourself and be careful with that. Some of you are dealing with partners who have drinking problems, or there might be other drug problems involved. But this is where your head is at in reference to relationships right now. All right. The second card I have here, it says, how do I see my partner? If you don't currently have a partner, it could be the partner that you see in the future. Depending on the scenario, just take it as it resonates, or it could be the partner you had in the past, your last relationship. So we have the Knight of, this is the Knight of, oh my God, how to get the Knight of Pentacles. Now, Knight of Pentacles energy, Knights are mutable energy, so mutable earth. So this is Virgo energy. The King of Cups in reverse is Scorpio energy. Okay, so that's transformation, transformative energy. Okay, so the relationship has transformed. The way you look at relationships has transformed. Just take the energy how it resonates. But the second card here is, how do you see your partner or your past partner? All right. Or how do you see your future partner? If this is your past partner, you see this as somebody who was very, they could have been very stubborn in moving forward. They could have been stuck emotionally, not sure how to move forward. Maybe they were just scared to move forward. Okay, but they were going very slow as far as the progress that you would have liked to see in the relationship, is what I'm getting here with the Knight of Pentacles. For some of you, if this is your current partner, you are wanting things to move forward to the next level, but there's some setback. Your partner's taking their time for some reason. Maybe they're not sure. Maybe they're still tied up in another relationship and they're trying to just be fair to everyone. Maybe they are in a situation where they don't know what they want themselves. Okay? Your relationship could have been going smoothly and then things came to a slow crawl, and it could be because of communication. But I'm sure if you communicate with your partner, if your partner is open and communicating with you, you guys should be able to get past this. If this is someone in the future, this is somebody that you want who's going to take their time with you, someone who's not going to be so quick to rush into things, someone who is going to make sure that they understand the position and they understand what's going on in the relationship and what type of relationship it is, and they're willing to put in the work. Okay, they're willing to do what it is that needs to be done. Yeah, there's going to be ups and downs, and yeah, you guys are going to have issues, but this is someone who understands that and they're still willing to move forward. All right, so take the energy how it resonates with that, whether you're someone who, we describe the past, we describe the present, and we describe the future. Now, as far as the next card here, it says, how do you see your relationship? Now, if you're not in a relationship, this is how you saw it in the past. If you want a relationship and you're not in one yet, this is how you see it in the future. If you're in a current relationship, this is how you see it now. So we have the High Priestess in reverse. So with the High Priestess in reverse, this is Piscean energy for me. And with the High Priestess in reverse, if this is in the past, it's like you realize, you went, because of what you were experiencing with your partner in the past, you went within, okay? And you were trying to figure out what it was that was going on. So you communicated with your higher self, and your higher self informed you that, for the past, this is a relationship that's not going anywhere because this person is emotionally manipulative, or this person has a drinking problem, or this person doesn't have the emotional capacity to love me. They just don't have it in them. Maybe they were in relationships where they were drained emotionally themselves. Okay? So long story short, you realize this, maybe through downloads or through communication, but eventually your higher self informs you, that this is what's going on. This person could have also revealed some information to you about what they were experiencing and maybe why they weren't able to move forward or not able to move forward, or why they were acting emotionally unavailable, or why they were being manipulative. Okay? So you could have gotten this information from them as well. Okay? So it could have came either way. But yeah, that's what I'm getting strongly for this card. In the current situation, you're currently getting downloads about your partner as to why this is going on. So you're contemplating what it is that you need to do. Okay, you're looking at, like with Venus and Aquarius, you're looking at the results of past actions that you've had with this person, whether you tried things that didn't work, whether this person is trying or not, what efforts they put in or what efforts they haven't put in. So you're looking at all of that and assessing all of that. And if this is someone in the future, what this is symbolizing is that you're going to be in more tune to yourself. You're going to pay more attention to your gut. You're going to pay more attention to your intuition. Whatever your intuition is telling you, you're going to go with that from now on. You're not going to question that anymore. So that's what I'm getting for you guys. All right, so the fourth card here says, this will strengthen the relationship. All right, and this is related to those who are in a relationship, or maybe this is what would have strengthened an old relationship that you might be thinking about, or what will strengthen your relationship in the future if you're going to get into one. And we have the Five of Swords. Okay, this energy is this is Aquarius energy. And with the Five of Swords here being this will strengthen the relationship. So in the past, this would have strengthened the relationship in a manner in which you would have realized sooner that this situation wasn't going anywhere, because either this person was stubborn, wasn't sure what they wanted, and or they were being emotionally manipulative, or they were just emotionally drained from past relationships they were in and they didn't have anything to give. Or this could be someone who in the past had drinking problems, had drug problems. This could have been you as well, because this card did represent you, but this could have been how you saw things. And so with this Five of Swords here, this is telling me that in the past, had you maybe listened to your intuition a lot sooner, you would have realized sooner that this relationship was not for you. If this is a current situation, you're getting downloads now telling you that, this is, no matter what you do, no matter how much work you put in, the situation may not be in your best interest. And if in the future, if this represents you're not in a relationship right now and you get into one in the future, how you could strengthen that relationship is, again, just having a good connection with yourself and listening to your intuition, following your gut, listening to yourself when yourself is telling you something is not right, not being afraid to speak up when you sense that something is wrong or you see a pattern of something that you've dealt with in the past. Okay? Knowing when enough is enough, knowing when not to give too much is what I'm getting there as well. All right? So it says the next card is this will weaken the relationship. So number 5 is if you're currently in a relationship, what will weaken it? If you were in a relationship in the past and no longer you're curious about that, what weakened that relationship? And in the future, if you get into a relationship, what could weaken the relationship and what you need to look out for? So we have the King of Swords in reverse. So in the past, this card represented the card that weakened the relationship because perhaps there were a lot of lies. Okay? That comes with emotional manipulation. Okay? So perhaps this person was lying to you. Okay? And emotionally, and telling you, oh, I love you, I want to be with you, and you're acting on those thoughts in those comments, but their actions are doing something different. Okay, so maybe you just were not accepting the truth in the matter with the King of Swords in reverse. What could have also happened is in the past, this person, you may have been dealing with someone who's emotionally spent, meaning they don't have any love to give, but they just could be codependent and they want a relationship, so they need somebody there. Okay, so they need you. So you're there for them, but they're being very cold and distant. So because the King of Swords in reverse could represent someone who is emotionless and cold. Okay, so that could be another scenario. One could also be, and this person could be also manipulative and cold because if they're under the influence when they drink with the King of Cups, or they're under the influence of alcohol and drugs, it could turn them into someone who's very cold. It could turn them into someone who's very manipulative, someone who lies a lot and is not dealing with reality. Okay, so that's what it was. It was in the past. Now, if it's a present situation, it could be the same of any of those options that I explained. Your person could just be emotionally spent and now they're just numb and cold. They could be lying to you about things. Okay, these two cards go hand in hand. Okay, because this card, number 4, card represents what will strengthen the relationship, and this is not playing mind games. So this person could be playing games with you as well, as in not telling you the truth, telling you what they want to tell you, not telling you all of it, all of those scenarios. Now in the future, you just want to be careful of that as well. You want to make sure that you're accepting reality and you're acting on what you're actually seeing, not on what you want it to be, by accepting the truth and accepting the reality of the situation. And if you're not ready for a relationship, then don't get into one, because if you're emotionally spent, you may be doing things that might put you in a position where you're emotionally detached or seemed emotionally detached from your partner. All right? Now let's take a look at the card number 6, which is here. And this represents your hopes. So your hopes for the past relationship, your hopes for a current relationship, or your hopes in the future in reference to relationships. We have the 6 of Swords in reverse. So if this is a past situation with the 6 of Swords, you're hoping not to repeat the same mistakes again. Okay, for some of you, you're hoping not to go back to that person and not to participate in any activity that resembles anything like what you were in that past relationship. And for some of you, you're hoping not to get stuck. If this is a current situation, you're hoping not to be stuck in this because you've already confirmed that this is something that is just no good for you. Okay, whether this person is being emotionally manipulative, whether they're just being cold and aloof, or whether they're just stalling because they may not want a relationship or they're scared. You don't want to be stuck with someone who doesn't know what they want. You don't want to be stuck with someone who may have alcohol or drug problems. You don't want to be stuck with someone who plays a lot of mind games. You don't want to be stuck with someone who does a lot of lying and can't accept reality for what it is. because that's not how you do things. Now in the future, you just want to be careful that when you start seeing signs, you listen to your higher self, okay, and you realize that right away that this is something that's not benefiting you, and instead of slow down for sure, but cut it off altogether with the queen, with the king of swords upright. Cut it off altogether. All right, so that's what I'm getting for that. Now, the seventh card here is your fears. We have the Hierophant in reverse. So for some of you, if this is a past situation, your fears were that this person didn't want a relationship with you, didn't want anything serious. And for some of you, you realize that they didn't, again, because they could have been being emotionally manipulative, or they just weren't there emotionally, or they could be suffering from, some type of illness in reference to drug addiction. All right. So with this card here in your fears, you were fearing that things were not going to move forward with this person because there was a lot of tit for tat, a lot of games, and because this person was lying and not telling the truth. And in the future, you're afraid that you're going to run into someone who's not evenly yoked as you. So right now with Venus in Aquarius, you're looking at, with Venus going into Pisces on the 13th, you're going to be looking at partnership from a perspective of looking for like-minded people who are interested in a monogamous relationship, people who are upfront and honest and are not about playing games. They let you know what it is that they want, and they're willing to put in the work to do it. Excuse me. Card number 8. Forgive me, guys. I'm really congested. So card number 8 right now says my responsibilities in this relationship. So again, this could represent the past, your responsibilities that you would have had in the past relationship. This could represent the responsibilities in your current relationship. And if you're not in one, this could represent what responsibilities you may need to take on in a future relationship, especially if you're meeting someone new right now, or if you're just, waiting to meet someone new. So for that, we have the 8 of Swords reverse. Okay, so this is Gemini energy. So what I'm looking at is, for some of you, you don't want to deal with people who have you don't want to how can I say this? Your responsibility in the relationship is to have clarity. Is what I'm showing with the 8 of Swords reversed. Is to have clarity, to make sure that you are aware of what's going on, to make sure that you're not second guessing yourself in reference to the downloads that you're getting, especially if you're feeling that someone is not being upfront and honest with you, and they're not, dealing with the reality of the situation. All right, that's what I'm getting for, as far as the past is concerned. If you had clarity sooner, you would have made a better decision, or you would have made a decision that was advantageous to you much sooner. For those who are in the current relationship that they're not happy in, it looks like you're getting clarity in this situation, okay? And your responsibility, if you don't, is to get clarity. The universe wants you, again, to listen to your higher self, okay? Realize that this is not a situation that you're happy in, okay? And take the proactive measures to end it. Okay, because it's not going to go anywhere. It's just going to possibly get worse. And you don't want to be stuck in a situation where you're not in a happy, loving relationship. Like, that's not what you want. All right. So the 9th card here says my partner's responsibility in this relationship. So again, it could have been a partner in the past, a current partner, or your partner in the future. So it says Ace of Cups. So your partner in the past, their responsibility was to love you, was to bring you love. Okay? Some of them, like I said, they couldn't because they weren't emotionally available, because they were spent from a relationship that they were in and they didn't properly heal from. For some of them, they didn't bring love, they just brought emotional manipulation. They may have come in the guise of love, but the reality is that they were just playing games. And in the future, you want to make sure that this person who comes to you and they're telling you that they want to be with you, you want to make sure that they love you. All right? And you know when someone loves you and when someone doesn't. If you don't, then you need to stop and think about that before you get into a relationship. Because if you don't know what you deserve in love, then that's just as bad as just taking on a relationship just because you want love, but you don't know. And so you're putting yourself in a jeopardy of accepting things that are not beneficial to you, accepting behaviors that are not beneficial to you. Okay? People stalling on you. Okay? People manipulating you emotionally, playing games with you, and not being truthful to you. Okay? So you have to stop and think about what it is that you really want in love, all right, before you accept anybody in under the guise of love. Now let's take a look here at your um what's going to happen in this scenario. Okay, so this, for some of you, this would be what already happened in the past relationship. For some of you, this is going to be what may happen in your current relationship, if this is what you resonate with. And some of you, this may resonate with a future relationship and what will happen in that relationship. Three of Swords reversed. Okay, so this is Libra energy. So Three of Swords reversed. This is telling me that you will get past this. So some of you have already experienced this. From the past, you've already experienced the broken heart. And you've let go of the situation. And this is telling me that you're moving on. You're healing from this. For those of you who are in the current situation, this is telling me that, once you move forward with this, you're going to heal. Some of you may feel like you won't. This may be a devastating blow to you emotionally. But you will heal. This is the universe saying that. And to some of you in the future, just remember what you experienced in the past and all of this that went on, so that you avoid a broken heart in the future. Remember, making sure that someone loves you and that they're there because they love you and not because they're there for material gain or emotional manipulation, or to get off and play games because they're bored and want to play mind games. Being cold and callous and lying. Like, you have to be careful of the people that you're around. You have to take time to get to know people. This is what I'm getting for you guys. Let me see what the time frame is here. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and we're going to start clarifying these cards in the extended. But I want to get you a message of love oracle so that I can get you some advice just in case you can't come to the extended. The link is going to be down below, okay? So please come join. It's only $5 a month, and you'll see all the videos I post, and you'll be able to see all the extendeds. So the first message I have here is friendship. So this friendship is leading to something more. So for those of you, like I said, when I use the future tense, you want to keep some things in mind, especially with the past relationship that you were in. Make sure that you're not lying to yourself, and being in situations where it's not good for you. You want to make sure you can get clarity on the situation as soon as humanly possible and cut it off if it's anything other than true love. Okay, so that's what I'm getting with that card. Let's pull another one for you guys. We have strictly sexual. So this connection is passionate but not enduring. All right, so for some of you in the current relationship, you're having difficulties with this situation right now because it's just chemistry between you two. I don't have any love here except for what your partner should be bringing to the table. And if your partner should be bringing this to the table, it's telling me that they're not. Okay, so this is telling me, this is basically telling me that this is a situation with all these swords, that this is a situation where, this person is either playing mind games, manipulating you, or you're not seeing the truth in the situation. Okay? This is a strictly sexual relationship, and it would behoove you to remove yourself as soon as possible. Now, I'm not telling you what to do, but I'm just recommending based on the cards that are coming out. I've got one more for you. We're going to go to the extended. Regret. Someone feels remorse for the way they treated you, as they should, especially if you dealt with someone who treated you in this manner. This is a shitty way to be to someone. Super shitty. Like, this is someone who is just cold and plays with people's emotions and enjoys it for sport. For some of you have dealt with someone who was just like this. Okay? So, they may regret the way they treated you. Some of them, they may even express that to you. Even if they haven't, trust me, they regret it. For some of you, you regret allowing yourself to be in this situation, okay? And you regret not getting clarity sooner. That's what I'm getting from some of you. But what we're going to do is we're going to go in the extended. We're going to clarify this a little bit more. So the link's going to be down below. So please come over and join. Cap City, I love you, and I'll see you there.